Hey everyone, Alex McCracken with Funeral Innovations. I'm back with another video. On today's video, we want to talk about the two things that your community members will always look at when searching for a funeral home in an at-need situation. Those two things are your online reviews and your website. When we look at your online reviews and a community member goes and looks at those, what are they looking at? Well, they're going to go to places like Google, Facebook, Yelp, maybe even others on your website, but those are the three main ones. And within each one of them, there's a formula that they're looking for: quality, quantity, and your worst review. So quantity, this funeral home have a lot of reviews. Do they have just one and it's a 5-star? Or do they have 50 or 100 or even 1,000, right? So your community member is seeing how active your community is with your funeral home, and they're judging that based upon the number of reviews you have. The next one is quality. What is your average rating? Is it a 3-star? Is it a 5-star? Where is it? If it's a 4.5 or above, people generally clump those together and say, hey, this is a trustworthy brand. Be careful if you have too many 5-star reviews. It can show that it's a little bit dishonest and people question whether it's accurate or whether you had your friends or family or even paid to get 5-star reviews. So if you do get a bad review, don't worry, you do want to respond to it, but just make sure that you have a strong quality of reviews. Get above 4.5. Next is the worst review. They're gonna go in and look at all the reviews and find the worst review on your page. This is why it's vitally important for you to respond to each bad review that you get, address the problem, and have the answer not so much for that family, although you do want to address their concern, but how do you want your community to see you responding? So make sure that you have a response on your worst review. Now the next thing is the website. So once they say these reviews are online, they're going to look at your website. They're looking at your homepage. They want to get a sense of your brand. Who you are, what do you represent, what can you provide that consumer. You want to make sure it's not focused on you as the funeral home as much as it is how the funeral home relates to the community member. So keep that in mind on your homepage. The next one is the About Us. So they're going to go and look at your facilities, your staff, what makes you different in the community, right? You need to have a strong value statement about who you are and why you're different than your competitors. If you say that your differentiation is service, you need to show these people what that actually means. You can't say I have better service. People don't understand that. You really need to provide more details around that. The next one, the third one, is resources. They're gonna go to your resources page because a lot of times these people in these situations who are just trying to find a funeral home don't understand what to do when there's a death. So you need to educate them on what to do next, who to call, how to handle the first steps. There's many things that they're considering and you need to provide that information at that time. And what else do we include in that? The value of different funeral services. You don't want to put them in a high pressure sales situation when they come into your funeral home. And if they're not educated on the topics and the value of your services, they might feel that way. Provide them that value before they walk into your front door. If you want to get an assessment of where you lie on not only your website, but your reviews, you can reach out to me at alex@funeralinnovations.com, and I'd be happy to provide you with some feedback on how your reviews and your homepage will look to at-need families in your community. Funeralinnovations.com, or again, alex@funeralinnovations.com. Thank you.